And again, so what do we want to do? We will start off with like our game of the years top, or do we want to start bottom shittiest game of the year for us? Go to indies, go to this version, this version,
well,
this version,
I'm gonna make a
and then our game
prediction.
of the year.
Shittiest game of the year? Evolve?
For AAAs, yes.
For
that could be
AAAs.
one. I think though, like let's start from the bottom. Let's
Well, hang
just
on.
go.
But before we go any further, Mom's gone. Peyton's not here. I need my fucking vape.
Vape.
Yeah, get that Mountain Dew going.
It's a vape life.
Fucking druggy.
Yeah, Evolve.
I
Definitely my
totally
shittiest
forgot
game
about
of the
that
year.
title.
I completely did too.
That shows you. I'm glad I went through that list.
Fucking Evolve.
I would argue that Evolve was the biggest disappointment for a AAA title
Yeah.
of
I
all
would
time.
definitely agree.
Because it was made by the guys who did Left 4 Dead.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Left 4 Dead was Valve.
No, but the guys who made it got hired on to make Evolve, bro. That was the biggest sell ever. Like, on the trailer, from the guys who made Left 4 Dead comes the next.
I don't believe that.
That's fine. Oh my gosh. But, Evolve.
Mini screen. Now what do you do?
We're going to see who made Evolve.
Yeah. We'll show them like that
Did you
says.
finally put your bigger coil in there?
Yes.
Still weak cloud game.
Well, I'm only on 27. I can go to 60, but it's way too fucking hot.
It just burns and it's not very fun. Might as well be doing cigars then.
Yeah.
So I guess I totally forgot about it, and I think that's what I would argue. Worst game of the year. We're not saying like
Well,
we're not counting shitty teams. No. Let's go. Let's go worst. Build up our way, and then game of the year.
Okay. So what are your top 3 worst games of the year?
Well, my number one game is Evolve. I totally forgot about that game.
Yeah, so did I. I thought it came out last year.
Yeah, no, that game is shit. Talk about a AAA. It came from 2K. It came from the guys who legitimately made Left 4 Dead 4. I know you don't think it, but trust me, it did. Because I remember staring at that goddamn commercial every time I worked at fucking GameStop. From the guys who created Left 4 Dead. That was like one of the biggest selling points. That's how I got so many pre-orders on it, too. You like Left 4 Dead? Yeah, some guys who do Left 4 Dead are doing this game. I was overhyped by it.
Everyone was overhyped by it.
I got tricked into it. And unfortunately, I tricked other people into getting it. I kind of feel bad about it.
Well, you were excited. You wanted other people to be excited.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be a legit new shooter. It was a new style of shooter.
It was going to be good, but no.
Well, it's just a different feel. Yeah, it was.
It was basically-
Oh, hey, look, guys, there goes the medic. Oh, the medic got killed. We're all fucked.
Oh, Medic's dead. Oh.
Oh, the medic wanted to be a Saul. That's fine.
Not to mention, like the Medic sniper rifle, the first one you get
Oh,
is
my God, it's garbage.
it's garbage. The whole point though about it is like you shoot a spot and your teammate should be able to do it. There's not enough heavy. There should have been, if that happened, it should have increased auto aim on your teammates aiming hugely.
That, or it should have made it a bigger
Huge
damage
tear.
zone.
Yeah, just a
because the damage
massive
zones
damage
were
zone.
so freaking small. Trying to hit it consistently to get a damage modifier, bonus, whatever, it wasn't worth it. It was just better to just make him a bullet sponge and just put as many rounds as you could put into him.
Yeah,
It worked better that way than trying to only aim for that one spot.
exactly. Because he moves so much.
Oh yeah, way
That's
too much.
way too much, and so that's
Not
also
to
like-
mention, fucking, I'm starting now to remember everything. The fucking Wraith. Did you ever play against the Wraith?
Dude, the Wraith was so
The Wraith
OP.
was so OP.
I never won against the Wraith. When I
Well, it's
played
like
for
he tethered
the
him and
day
he
I
did that
played.
like spin thing, and then he was out of it. And it was like,
He was
oh
gone.
fuck.
He was gone. Really freaking funny. How quick that game died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evolve.
So I would argue that. And then
So what's your number 2 game? Crew.
Crew would be number 2
Never
for
played
me.
Crew, so can't even say that.
Yeah, well, from a racing standpoint, from what I promised,
It was. You can get Horizon.
Horizons 2.
Either one of them.
Well, yeah. I think Horizons 2 is better than Horizons.
Yeah, but Horizon takes place in Colorado.
first
Very
one
true.
did, but the second one
First one.
takes place in Europe, and better tracks are located in Europe.
And I liked the little bit more of a dynamic.
I
feel
did
to
like Racing the
Horizons 2.
Train.
Oh, this is the old trailer too. Happy Hunting Autumn 2014 and Pushback.
Yeah.
Pushback. And they even had the Crytek engine in it too, so that's definitely
Yeah,
AAA.
it didn't look like it used it at all either.
Number 3.
Well, what was your number 2?
It's The Crew.
Oh,
What's your number 2?
For what it promised, I like racing games.
He hasn't said his
The
number 2.
whole point of this thing.
I'm thinking about my number 2. Go on.
So like the big thing about The Crew,
Was supposed to be country.
like huge,
the
supposed
entire
to be
thing.
massive, supposed to be like all around the world. You're supposed to have like,
Well,
your-
not all around the whole world.
I mean America, around America and all that stuff, around the country.
America's the world.
America, that's the best world. So it's all around America. You're supposed to be able to create your own crew and all this other cool stuff, and be able to like change your cars like in mid stuff and everything else. So you're supposed to do a whole bunch of cool missions and shit.
Major cities.
Major cities.
Drive through the mountains and like swamps and stuff.
And like any of those areas was like 5 minutes and you're out of that area. You're like,
If 5 minutes.
you'd sneeze, you're out of it. You're like, swamp, planes. What happened? Like it's literally like, and they had a large ambition and zero like execution. Like they were dreamers but not executionists.
And you didn't have that many major cities. It was like
You didn't.
9 major cities. You didn't get Texas, Austin. You didn't get Denver. You didn't get...
I don't understand.
Could you even drive through D.C.?
I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't play long enough to care.
Maybe you could have played through D.C., but
I
even
just
then,
couldn't
it's
do
like
it.
only 9 major cities.
I just got bored fast. I was bored. Oh! Another game came out, AAA title, number 3.
Did you find
Battlefield
out?
Hardline.
See, I was going to
That's
name that
my
as my
number
number
3.
2, but I couldn't remember if it came out this
Battlefield Hardline is my number 3. So that's your number 2?
year. Yeah, I'd say it's my number 2.
I think it was...
Just because, like,
Yeah.
I've attempted to get back on it, too. I've attempted the new DLC. I was like, I'm going to go play it and see if it's gotten better. And it has, but it also hasn't. Because I'm sure it would have if it still had a player base, but everyone's abandoned it. Mm-hmm. Everyone that was playing it is playing Battlefront at this point. Mm-hmm. I mean...
Or back to 4.
Or back to 4. 4
Because
is actually
4
still
is-
incredibly busy right now.
Yeah, because
Well, I
you're
love
also
all
getting,
the free DLC now.
Yeah, free community
Oh, yeah.
maps.
Which I think Dragon Valley just came out or is coming out.
But no, because Hardline was... I was so excited for it, and it back to like our previous conversation in the other video.
The
it's
beta made it look like it was going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's one of those games that I still haven't gotten rid of because I fucking spent the season pass, so I gotta wait for everything to come out to see if it gets good enough to where I can pick it
I
back
don't
up.
buy season passes anymore. Yeah, let's see if
I've
you're $10
kind
in
of
the long
figured that
run.
much out too. I
Anyways.
don't buy them.
If it saved me like $20, I mean, Call of Duty's is the only one that I would do.
Number 1 season pass I will probably never buy.
Yeah,
Battlefront.
I will not buy Battlefront. season
Garbage.
pass.
How
Done.
can you try to explain that it's going to cost
Yeah.
that much?
Because each DLC is going to be one planet. Think of how many maps you have played on just one planet.
Right, but that's just launch
But the-
maps.
but the-
Who's to say they're going to put out that many maps per planet that
They
in
did.
the future?
They said it's one planet, and they
I don't
said
trust
it's...
them. I just don't trust them.
I do, because
Even then,
people are mad
if you
'cause
really
they
want to look
more
at it
stuff.
that way, then why is it that it costs that much still? Because if you're being able to make a planet per DLC, that means that shit's been ready for a while.
That big, that fast, 20 like.
You're right. Oh, hey, we're giving you a planet. It's got 7 new maps on it. Wait, if you made that many maps in that short amount of time, how'd you do it? Oh, because you made them when you released the game.
You can argue. There's some parts where people bitch about the DLC, like going back to
But
Mass
then
Effect
again-
3. People were bitching about the Prometheus.
The Prometheus.
I don't know.
Is that the race that died? People were bitching about that DLC because like it came out pretty quickly afterwards.
And it was huge.
But it wasn't though.
Well, it was kind of big.
It was all right. You got a few extra missions, but you're on Earth. Like you didn't go anywhere special. Like it wasn't like any new maps. It wasn't. People were bitching the fact that they were like they clearly made it, then they pulled it. But the creators were like no, we were making it. Yeah, it came out quick, but we were making this as a later DLC, and we got it done quicker than we anticipated it. So we just figured we'd bring it out to you guys earlier. Like
Yeah, but this is also
Oh.
EA. I mean,
but it's BioWare, and there are very few companies now that I legitimately trust saying that stuff, and that's BioWare.
Well, then you got to think about it this way.
But what I'm trying to get at though is like that I get, and I'm still a small DLC though.
Fallout 4 has a season
Period.
pass.
right. And I bought the Fallout 4 Season Pass because Fallout 4 is a completely different kind of game.
It's Bethesda.
I mean, look at Fallout 4 currently. It's
And
so
you-
freaking
you
gigantic.
don't
Have
think-
you finished Fallout 4?
I've done 4 story missions.
Exactly. So, it's going to be playable for a very long time.
But then again, when do you think they started working on the DLC?
For what game?
Fallout 4.
Well, I'd imagine they've been working on it for a while because it also took them 7 years to release from the last Fallout.
I would imagine that they had a team working on it before they released the game.
Yeah.
Probably need to if you're going to release it early. But the question is,
So
how
what is
big
the
is it
exact-
going to be,
but
though?
If
That's-
it's like Fallout 3
Here's
DLC,
the thing. I've
it's going to
played
be
every
pretty big.
Battlefront map at least 17 times.
I think
So to come out and say, oh, we're going to release you a new planet, and it's like, okay, you didn't release me enough to keep me entertained in the beginning. Why should I be excited that you're not going to keep me entertained with the next DLC for very long?
Right. And the thing about this, too,
Like,
if you have...
not saying it. Almost said it. Not
Almost
saying
saying
it.
you kind
Almost said it. I was
See?
like, ah,
See?
oh,
It
But
works.
think about it. Think about it, though. Fallout 4 gave you a lot of content right off the start. Battlefront gave you barely any content
jeez.
right off the start compared to how much that they're promising you. Where Bethesda, you can argue that they've been working, whole team's doing it, like been working on it. But again, how much content been? If this was, I'm gonna say, if Fallout 4 was the way that Battlefront is right now, there would be no house building segments right now.
Yeah.
At zero house
I'd agree with
building
that.
right now.
There'd be no settlement.
They would have put in the DLC next
Mm-hmm.
coming, right? But they included in this one the content you get from Fallout 4 right now shows that they put a lot of time and effort into the current game for you to want to buy their DLC because you know they'll put that same amount in the next one. There's zero interest for me with 3 villains and 3 heroes compared to the last one to number 2, right? When you played heroes versus villains, it was literally 6v6. You had all those guys, but you also had young Anakin, who was on the good guy's side. You had Chewbacca. You had Darth Maul. Like the only way I will buy a pack from them is if they announced prequel stuff. Because no matter what people say about the prequels, my favorite when it came to Battlefront was droids, fighting droids, the classes, the tanks and stuff. But the problem is though, even still though, I'm not impressed with the vehicles. You have way better vehicles in the original Battlefronts, which is crazy because Battlefield, it flew better. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline have like 400 different types of vehicles, and then yet Star Wars Battlefront has
I have
0
issues with
vehicles.
Hardline.
What's that?
Hardline has some issues with me with their vehicles.
Yeah, but even so, you
It's
get
like
a lot
5.
though. Don't you get a lot though?
No.
You get a couch.
Dude, there's only like 3 different
You
cars
get a
that
couch
drive-
on one
right,
map.
But there's
That
only,
couch is the best one ever.
of all the ground vehicles, though, there's like literally the 3 classes of vehicles that drive slightly different.
Nah,
The
that's
sports
true.
car is like, oh, it's kind of drifty. The new drift car, it's supposed to be like some sort of Civic-looking thing. Or no, sorry, it looks like a R34 Skyline.
Does it look like a Sky?
Ugh. But it's like, oh, super drifty car, and then it's like you have your assault vehicle, which is like, oh, it's not a tank, but it kind of drives like one.
Interesting.
It's just heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
really heavy.
All right, but even so we're just Battlefield 4, because like Battlefield Hardline was made by a different studio instead
Yes.
of the original DICE guys. It's like their
Which
second
is so
DICE.
much more disappointing
Visceral.
because Visceral has done some good stuff in the past.
They
Dead
did Dead
Space.
Space.
Right, and to
which
put
is
out
what I'm wearing.
yeah, and to put out what Hardline or
Because they only
Because-
worked on it for years.
Because Visceral also, they don't do multiplayer games. They do story. Hardline had a good story. I'll
Yeah,
give it that.
Yeah, I heard the story's
Hardline
great. I've
did
never
have a
played enough
decent
to do that.
story.
The story, it was good.
pretty good. That's
but multiplayer,
No.
I don't care for it. I got
Um,
Battlefield 4, and it's way better.
Going on the terms of DLC, since you guys are on your number 3 game at this point.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
So what's your third?
So my third game would actually, a game that I enjoyed playing with friends but hated playing single, is Dying Light. Because
That'd be
if I
your third
play,
worst
yeah,
game?
because if I played it with friends, it was awesome. But the problem was everyone's like, okay, when's the DLC coming out? When are we getting new places? What are we doing? Because it was very similar to Battlefront, better in the fact that it did have more playable area, but it got you to the same point. You played. I've experienced everything, and now I've waited almost a year for the DLC to come out, and so many other games have come out that I haven't looked at Dying Light. Like, I think it's going to be cool if the DLC comes out. I'll probably play it for like 3 days,
I think I traded mine.
and I'll go back to something else.
I got it for free on the PC.
Oh, there you go.
So, I was just curious to see what happens.
Yeah,
there.
but I think the worst game of the year is Evolve.
Definitely Evolve.
What was it? It had like a month lifespan, and then it just died.
I didn't.
I wouldn't even give it a
that.
month.
I had there was like an article.
It literally like had 3
It-
weeks that people were intently trying to play it like as they were supposed to, and it fell apart so quickly because you had so many people getting on that didn't understand it's a teamwork game. You have to function as a team to hunt the one other person. He's 10 times as powerful as your one person, so you need the team to counter it.
Yeah.
And no one played it that way, so everyone gave up. Everyone got frustrated, raged, and gave up.
Especially because the idiot always seemed to be the one who was the medic.
Well, the idiot was either the medic or the trapper.
And those are the huge, most
those
important
are one
classes.
of the two of the most.
Anybody
important.
can be the tank. Anybody can just sit there and hold the gun,
Exactly.
hold the trigger, and shoot.
And that's why it was impossible to get into the assault or any of the heavier guys because they would always have the people.
pick.
Right.
It would be their main pick class.
Right, because
even
what do you
then
do?
it was all based
you don't have
off
to do anything.
favoritism.
Oh, I
too.
can throw down a shield or make you invisible, but I put out a crap ton of damage.
Yeah.
Everyone likes being a tank because you don't die. It looks good on your KD.
Yeah, it's super annoying. I was the medic all the time. I loved being the medic. I love being support.
I never put enough time to even get out of the first.
Oh, didn't Overwatch come out this year too?
No.
No. Well, it did for PC.
No.
I thought it did.
No, because people are playing it
right
right
now.
now.
No, they're not.
Oh, it's still the beta?
It was a closed beta. They closed it down
When?
a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. Well, now I explain it. Yeah.
I was playing it because I have friends that I work for Blizzard.
Pretty good.
It's so good. Oh, well, we'll talk about that'll be the last
talk
bit
about
of
that later, yeah.
what 2016. What's like the most expected game. And so
I know what I want out of 2016.
That's sweet. All right, so worst game of the year, Evolve.
Nope.
Other games, Career,
Hardline,
and then
Dying Light.
I actually beat Dying Light by myself the whole time. But it's because I played so much Dead Island that it was better than Dead Island. It's what I wanted Dead Island to play, so I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was way more fun with my friends, but by then I just didn't care. By the time my friends actually got it, I already beaten it. I was just done. Okay, indie game wise, did you guys have an indie game of the year that this year that you just saw was fantastic? An indie game, fantastic could be anything from because that's the great thing about indie games is they're their own style, they're their own feel. What caused you to enjoy this game so much? A lot of us don't play indie games, or there's just so many indie games that you haven't played it yet. Did you play any on all this?
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks is great.
Yeah, World of Tanks was good.
Yeah. World of Tanks is great.
I mean, you could still play it. It's still awesome. World of Tanks in 360 was not that great. There was a lot of newbie kind of players who didn't understand. They'd rush forward end game. Now on Xbox One, there's a significant amount of good players who actually have mics, good teamwork skills, and are trying to win these games. And it's nice. It's refreshing.
Did Guacamelee come out this year?
No, that's old, bro. That's
old.
PS Vita old.
Yeah, but on Xbox.
On Gold, Games with Gold, it came out last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I would argue something new. Something that
new indie, not reboot.
I mean, World of
indie.
Tanks, when it released on consoles, it was barely out for the PC. World of Tanks has been out for a while, but again, the PC has this thing where you can do pre-purchase. You buy the game for cheaper.
The PC system now, it doesn't even have just World of Tanks. Have you seen it?
Yeah, World
Huge.
of Planes,
Now it's
World of Boats.
Well, they call it World of Tanks still, but it's just called wargaming.net. And it's literally, you can be a tank, and you're like, oh, I've got an airplane on my power-up secondary. You earn it after so many kills. Boom, you're in a B-29, you can bomb shit. And it's still in the same game, and they can still shoot your B-29 down. Like, you actively have to pilot it and everything. It's fucking badass. And I look forward to it coming out on the Xbox. But
then what? I'm trying to think of what I've downloaded and played through.
Halo.
Indie wise.
I know. That's a Halo song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys what my favorite indie game was that came in this year, and it's great. And I'll explain to you guys what it is. It's Kingdom. Now I saw a gentleman, one of my favorite YouTubers, Mr. Fruit.
Wait, are we doing PC games too?
It could be anything, yeah.
Okay, so
PC
then,
gaming, yeah.
So then I know all mine is for this year.
Yeah, so it's a PC. It's called Kingdom. It's a 2-bit side-scrolling game. 0 instructions on how to do the game. And like they tell you how to do it at the start, but they don't tell you what to do exactly after. They're like, "This is how you build things." Like, okay, and then it's like, "Go." You're like, "What am I doing?" So you're either king or queen, just depends. It's random generated, and what you do is literally the controls are left and right, and then down arrow to drop your money. And you hold it down to pay something, or you drop the arrow to give it to a little guy to hire him to come into your kingdom. Basically, what you're trying to do is just trying to survive these creatures that attack you at night, and then your goal is to destroy them before they destroy you, and it is fantastic. I beat it. I watched some early gameplay by Mr. Fruit on it, and I played it by myself and beat it in one go. So it wasn't that hard, and I've watched other people since then play it because I was trying to figure out if there's anything else to do, but there's not. It's still kind of bare bones. There's still a lot of DLC coming out for it, but I really liked I had a lot of fun. I couldn't stop playing it until I almost beat it. It's really cool. So all you get is coins. It's all you do. You can't fight. You gotta hire guys to fight. You can either create archers, or builders, or farmers. Farmers give you money. Builders build your walls and reinforce it. And then the archers are guys that help defend. And then later you can get knights when you level up your kingdom.
It's a funny thought. It almost sounds like a basic 2D version of like Total War.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that.
Very similar to it's more super
of a 2D
bare bones.
side scroller.
Yeah.
Not like overhead command troops kind of thing.
Right,
or
building buildings. The only thing you can build too are like walls and farming places.
So now if you build walls, do you put knights on the wall or?
No, you build and watchtowers, and that's where you put the archers and not watchtowers. And then you can keep expanding your kingdom, but the problem is like then you start realizing that monsters attack a side at random. And so you don't know what side to be on, so if you expand too big, too quick, or whatever, you don't have enough money to help defend it. There's also upgrades you can get outside. It's really cool. I look forward for them upgrading it. It's not the highest rated indie game of the year, but for me personally, just really enjoying it. I play some other games like Basement. Basement's cool. You're trying to make drugs. It's pretty great actually. But I played a lot of that. I played more Basement than I did Kingdom, but I enjoyed more the time that I spent on Kingdom than I did Basement. But otherwise, I would think Basement's a really fun indie game too. But it's not even fully out yet, so I can't really say that it's an indie game. That's when I'm pre-playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So an actual released game, Kingdom is my favorite.
I can't remember if it came out this year or not, but I know I got it this year. It's called The Beginner's Guide. It's by the same guy who did the Stanley Parable.
Okay. I'm not sure if they came out this year.
No, that's why I'd be looking like an Xbox for Windows Phone.
Did you get any indie ones this year?
What's it called again?
The Beginner's Guide.
Like indie on Xbox, indie on PC?
Either one.
Oh
wait, wasn't Chivalry also?
No, it came out this year, October 1st, 2015.
Okay, yeah. Then it was, The Beginner's Guide. That's my indie game.
What is it?
So, if you've ever played the Stanley Parable, and if not, you can watch my playthrough of it. I got all my videos up for it.
Did you ever find the glitch?
For what?
That you can still see a person.
In the Stanley Parable?
Yeah.
How?
On the lunchroom mission, when you have to go to see if they're in the meeting room or whatever.
Right.
If you look through all the doors and you don't do any of the actions he tells you to and just get there, you can see a person walk by. Yep.
I'm going to have to do that.
Yep.
But anyway, so the Beginner's Guide it's not really like a game. It's basically a narrative. Like you're playing and then there's a narrator talking, and like the whole premise behind it is that...
So it's a user-controlled story?
Not really, no. It's basically there's like these 15 games that you're going to play through, but it's of this friend who made them, and he's talking about how the games were related to how he was and where he was at like certain points in his life. But then as you keep playing, then stuff becomes a lot more complicated with like how he was dealing with things in life and how the person who's showing you the games and their relationship and everything. It's absolutely fantastic and well done. If it was real, it's pretty emotional.
Cool.
So
that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right then. So, is that it for indie games then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Perfect. All right.
And Chivalry. Chivalry's fun.
Yeah, but it came out PC last year.
Well, it comes out for consoles this
But the console-wise this year it's out. But Chivalry's great.
It's funny.
I'd rather play on PC than there's more to do. All right, so I guess let's just move on to our favorite games depending on categories.
Okay.
FPS-wise, we're going to combine multiplayer and single player together. What's your favorite FPS of the year, then combining multiplayer and single player?
See, but then that gets kind of interesting because...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here we go.
It does.
Because I would argue...
So, I'm going to go off, for me and my choices. It's a game that I can pick up and have fun with every single time. And my FPS is going to be Battlefront.
Okay. I mean, there's zero campaign, but that's still, like...
Right. It's something
still
that
weighted.
I can pick up Battlefront at any point during a week or a day and just sit there and waste like 3 hours and have fun.
It's easy.
Because I actually have that pistol unlocked already, right? You pre-ordered and got that pistol unlocked?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I actually don't use a pistol as much.
Dude, the last pistol is...
The new last pistol?
That needs nerfing. 2-shot kill.
But I have to agree with Kaz in the fact that
it's like if
favorite FPS of the year has to be Battlefront. It's just like you said.
Even though
you
it
can
has,
pick it up, you can have fun, and you can put it back down and not have any qualms.
Granted, it doesn't have
a lot I gotta stay on and grind this level. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get on and play with my friends for a couple hours. Okay, you're all getting off. Cool, bye, and you get off.
Because it's not one that it might not have the most content.
Nope.
Or the greatest of modes.
Nope.
Or there might be a couple issues with it.
Yep.
But I really don't care when I'm playing it.
Well, because you're not playing it for those reasons. I mean,
right.
It's like we found in the whole beta. Like, initially, the expectations for Battlefront were really high. Beta came out, everyone kind of went, oh, that's what you're looking for, and then dropped their expectations, and now that your expectations are lower, it's not as big of a deal, and you play it more as a fun game.
Yeah, because it's not...
Like, Battlefield, I mean, I have fun playing it, but I only have fun playing it when I have good friends on my squad, working together, getting shit done. Now, Battlefront, I don't have to even play with friends. I can get on and play with randos and have a good time.
If I was going to go with, like, competitively my top shooter, that would be Halo. Because I worry about my kill death. I want to play with people who know what they're doing. I want to win every match.
You worry about your kill death ratio in Halo?
Yeah. I always like to go.
Call of Duty player playing Halo. It's all about that win-loss ratio.
That's win-loss.
I always like to go positive.
I'll kill myself on purpose. Like, I will shield...
I'll run right up to your face with a rocket to make sure we win.
My teammate picks up the... Teammate's like, I got the sniper rifle, I got guys chasing. I will stop, and I know I'm going to die. If he's like, I got 2 guys chasing me. I don't care. That power weapon's got to go on our side. He's got to run back to our spawn. I'll do the cutoff. I'll sit there, and I'll suppress, knowing I'm fair well going to die. My goal is to not die as fast. Try to get one of them dead before the other one kills me, because you 2v1, you've got to be significantly better than those other guys to win a 2v1. And then I'll purposely die by that. You don't worry about that.
But again, I like to go positive in Halo, and I like to win.
Oh yeah, well, I still go positive, but right. I'm like I might be 16-10. I don't really care. 16-14, I still don't care that much as long as my assists are like 10 and objective wise I'm doing it. But so for me, I think my shooter of the year is Halo 5. It's got campaign. Mm-hmm. It's got casual stuff in there too. It's got the Warzone. They also dropped Big Team Battle, which is great. They got the competitive shooterness in there too. And again, you don't have to level up, except for Warzone you have to level up, but you don't really, you just get gear and your fucking card drops. On that though, the competitive side of it, like you can seriously just sit there and just play a team deathmatch, and you don't have to have a higher level than the other guy to have a specific gun, because everybody starts off with the same weapons.
Right, it's esporty.
Yeah, I mean now you'll miss a skill, but again, if you don't play as long, you're gonna get matched with people at your same level too, though. You're not getting matched with people like in Call of Duty, where it's just a lobby, where you're like, cool, I'm level 14, and there's someone's max prestige, top camos, kill death ratio 400 to 1,
diamond camo,
and then and he's killing you, and you're just like, dude, I'm new. There needs to be a new playlist for new people and for Call of Duty, but and they don't have that. But in Halo, they have that.
Yeah. So in Call of Duty, instead of just lumping everyone together, and I think they should do this with all multiplayer shooter games as well, have a playlist that's like level bracketed.
Yep.
Like 1 to 15, and then you can go into the next bracket.
Who did that?
I'm pretty sure CS:GO does that.
I think CS:GO does.
Well, I don't play CS:GO.
I'm not sure.
Someone on the 360 did it.
Oh.
But yeah, it should
Call of Duty.
Titanfall
does that? Yeah, Titanfall does it earlier.
Titanfall did that.
You had it earlier.
You had to play until a certain amount, and then you finally got switched into the real games.
Yeah, but it still should be like, if you're max prestige and everything, you're only playing with other people who have hit that.
That would be
Or-
kind of funny to watch.
But if you're max prestige, you know how many people are not max prestige?
Okay, well then you're like in the prestiged bracket.
Yeah.
So you're
I'd say
playing with
anything
the
over
prestige
the first
1 to
prestige.
3.
yeah, first prestige to
You
last.
get your first prestige. If you prestige the second time, cool. You're playing with all those fuckers.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know how to play the game.
Right.
I think if you haven't prestige yet, but the problem is like
Because I prestiged in original Black Ops,
Yeah.
but I never did it again. I was
never
like,
prestige.
I did
I
it. I'm not doing it again. Fuck it.
I like having
I-
all this class levels.
I-
Plus, it's something to do. Call of Duty gets boring after a while. It's the only thing
So I
that
don't
keeps me
have
able to
any
play.
current or past Call of Duties.
I never prestige because I didn't want to rerun my shit.
Is there any shocker FPSs this year? Do you guys have that you're shocked how much fun it was? So our favorite shooters of the year is Halo,
And
Battlefront. Really,
Yeah.
kind of those two. Shocker shooters that you find fun.
Did I find fun for PC?
Any shooter.
I would go
FPS.
with
FPS.
Killing Floor.
Killing Floor 2.
Yeah.
But you played the first one. I'm not shocked Killing Floor 2 is better.
No, I never played the first one.
Oh, but it's a sequel. So I feel like it should be. I don't know. I feel like
But it's still that like zombie. You got waves type deals. My expectation was Left 4 Dead, which was fantastic.
Well,
I
Okay,
disagree
okay.
on that one because
Then-
it plays just like the first one. It's not shocker how well it plays.
Then let me rephrase it. I'll go with Siege. With as many issues that it
I agree with
has,
that because you don't know.
with as many issues that it has right now with
In the beta.
disconnectivity, when you play it,
yeah.
it plays fantastically. It plays like a Tom Clancy game. You can't play
Right.
it like Call of Duty. You can't. You
Right, we
really.
were discussing that. Yeah.
You really can't play it like anything else, except tactically.
Yeah.
Because if you run in and go, you're going to get either stuck in barbed wire, you're going to hit a window trap, there's going to be a wall, or you're going to hit one of the guys who has the machine gun set up, and you're just going to be wrecked, and now your squad is down a member, and the other team has a severe advantage.
I was shocked.
And I love Terrorist Hunt. Terrorist Hunt is fantastic.
Do you have a shocked FPS in the year, or was that yours too?
I mean, I don't want to agree 100% of the time, but I do have. Actually, no, I can't agree because I wasn't overly shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I played the beta. The beta was really awesome. Same idea. You needed the teamwork. You couldn't Call of Duty. You couldn't just jump into a room and just go ham on everybody.
Right, but I'm talking about...
And the weapon recoil on the game, to me, is by far one of the more realistic.
Yep.
And it
Even
is
more
nice
realistic
to actually have
than
an attachment,
Battlefield,
and you can
which is
actually
surprising.
see when your recoil's being changed in Siege. Like, so...
But I'm not talking... So when we say, like, shocker,
Right.
this is, like, even before you even got your hands on the beta.
Like you didn't think this was going to be a good shooter, then you play the beta, you're like, all right, this is going to be good. And then
But, I've played all the previous Tom Clancy games, and I've always enjoyed...
But this is completely different.
Did you play Ghost Recon Future Soldier though?
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was
Controls were
weird.
terrible. It was
That's
too
why I was like,
complicated.
and that's why, yeah. But I think my shocker was Black Ops 3 of the year.
I still haven't played it.
Of how much fun I am having
I
with a
haven't
Call of
played
Duty
it,
game.
yeah.
I'm
To
not
how
gonna
much
play
fun I'm actually having with Call of Duty again. That's a shocker to me. I haven't had this much fun with a Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. It's been 3 years since I've enjoyed a Call of Duty. And for me, that was a shocker. No, it's not. I've been playing campaign. Don't really care about it. And then again, it's a standard Call of Duty. And they add some new modes, but it's from Advanced Warfare. There's nothing really new about it except for this escort robot game mode, which is okay. But again, like, you know, I would, for overall gameplay, like, again, like, I mean, it's easy to jump in for Call of Duty, but there's not, like, I don't know, this Halo's got that Warzone, I think, for me, was just kind of Halo just having something extra. Unfortunately, though, some people aren't really staying on the Halo bandwagon because they enjoy the simplicity of being able to get a lot of kills in Call of Duty, even though they're dying, like, twice as much, too. I'm like, oh, whatever.
It's because Call of Duty's instant gratification is what it is. You really don't have to work to get your kills.
You're right. So that's my shocker. Rainbow Six Siege is your shocker. What would you say is your shocker? Just like
My shocker's for a different reason. My shocker would actually be Hardline.
Okay.
Just because the beta for Hardline was pretty good.
Oh, I'm saying for good.
Good ones.
We're gonna
not
do
We're
shocker.
bad.
doing
bad.
good shocker? Or
Yeah,
can't
good
do
shocker.
just shocker
we're
general?
we're gonna do bad shocker.
Oh, okay.
It's always good then bad.
Yeah, good then bad. You do
Honestly,
good
then
shocker.
I think I've just been kind of in an FPS dead zone from the feels of it
It's
because
just nothing really that's impressive.
no,
this year.
I've really just been playing
That's
everything I've had and not been super impressed.
That's perfect. That's fine. All right then.
Because I
Bad.
haven't played Halo. I haven't picked that up yet.
It's fantastic.
Siege, I expected. I wasn't really shocked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was shocked. Because there's a lot of stuff that you have to worry about.
What was your negative shock then?
Like I said, negative shock would be Hardline. Because
Yeah.
I feel like the gunplay in the beta was decent. It felt like Battlefield 4 gunplay.
It did.
And then all of a sudden the game came out and the gunplay was garbage.
Yeah.
Especially the H-car. The H-car was like, in the beta, the H-car was this god of a weapon. Like, you could just sit there and blah, 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 and mow people down.
But then again, isn't that more of a balance thing?
No, I wouldn't say it's more of a balance thing, because it does the same amount of damage as it did in the beta, but now it's just, the play with it is just all wrong in the way that your character moves. Because if you notice, they changed the movement from the beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, that would be my negative shocker for sure.
My negative shocker is Rainbow Six Siege.
Really?
Because I have always liked Rainbow Six.
Yes.
Loved every single Rainbow Six. I expected Siege, from what they were showing, for it to be. My shocker is just how sluggish, not the gameplay, how I feel. I can't react the way I could, and not and not in a modern way. I play at a high pace because of Call of Duty and because of Halo.
You know,
And
honestly,
yeah,
the movement feel that you're talking about, it feels like GoldenEye.
yeah. I
Just in the way that when you're pointing your gun,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like your guy's just kind of going, okay.
I feel like I'm in water.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm aiming, just something
And
slowing me down.
I've bumped my sensitivity way up. And
Yeah,
it
me
still
too.
feels like that. And it's weird because until you get on sights, it feels like that. As soon as
Yeah.
you're on sights, you're freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't aim worth a shit. But in just your general, like, just hip fire stance, your guy feels like he's moving through water.
I don't feel like I don't feel fluid in it.
Oh, it's
That's what
nowhere
shocked
near
me.
fluid.
I expected other things to be bad in the game. Positive shock out of Rainbow Six of how awesome tactical it is with the houses and things like that. Now, even with the beta, I wasn't really that impressed with the tactical stuff. But that was only because we were against a computer. But now with the multiplayer mode, I've been watching stuff on that. I'm like, wow, this game actually looks fun. But when I play it, I just feel like I'm just this. I'm just
Yeah.
here. I don't feel comfortable sprinting in it. I don't like sprinting in it. I feel
The
like I'd
vault
rather.
is garbage.
It faults garbage.
Well, okay, let me rephrase.
And I know
Well,
it's,
garbage.
you can argue. If your argument is it trying to be realistic, I'm meleeing barbed wired away.
Yeah.
If you try to argue realistic, again, this breaks barbed wire. Butt of gun,
Or this breaks barbed
knife.
wire. Yeah.
So if you're arguing realistic, I just broke barbed wire
All right.
with a Gerber. Use barbed wire. Which, no. And not to mention, you really could just... The gear that I have,
Just kind of move it out of the way, Jim.
or I could literally step on it with my boots. The gear that I have, barbed wire is not... I mean, it could catch on your pants,
Well, that's why you walk slow through it.
but that's what I'm saying. But then legitimately, then realistically, if, like, I would just keep walking and that barbed wire would just be following me. And then sooner or later, it would just rip off my pants. Like, I could care less about it.
Rainbow Six Siege, the pantsless
The
edition.
pantsless edition. I just want a sword.
Sword.
You know what we need to store in this house? We need a sword.
Sword the doors.
Sword. And again, this pokes a
That'll-
hole that big in a wall. For me to... So if we're gonna... So you can't argue realistically
My
why.
biggest issue, realistically wise, poking holes in a wall. Okay, poke the hole in a wall. Looks like it's eye level. You go up to go aim through it, it's like down.
Down here.
Like, what in the shit is that? Like, if I'm gonna fucking punch a hole in a wall with the butt of my gun, I'm gonna make sure it's right about my eye level, so when I come up to look through sights, I'm looking through the hole, not the hole is kind of sort of down here. Like,
Yeah. And then, not to mention, too, when you poke a hole in the wall, it looks like it's a bullet hole. Like a giant bullet hole.
yeah, it does look like a bullet.
It's a
hole.
circle. I'm like, if that's the butt of
It's a-
my gun, which is a...
It's a pretty low
rectangle,
price graphic there. Yeah. Hey guys,
butt
see
of
that
your
bullet
gun-
hole we made? Yeah, it's the same as this one too. Just
For those who've
copy-paste.
never had a butt of a gun before, they're like this.
Okay.
So when you bash a hole through a wall, Which you
And
can
even
do.
if you wanna
could.
argue,
I
if
could
you want to
literally
argue,
do it
though,
right here.
if you're using even the corner of that butt, you're going to call it more of kind of an oval on top to a square in the bottom.
Yeah. Legitimately, I mean, I could. I mean,
And
that's
then
what's cool.
Unless they're taking the butt off and just using the buffer tube and
That
ramming
just
the buffer tube to the wall.
Legitimately, that's what's cool. Is like, and again, Rainbow Six. That's why I wanted
It's cool.
it to be better.
I do enjoy doing.
I wanted it to be better because tactically bashing through walls and stuff like that too. And then again, realistically, wouldn't the villains just be like, "Oh, hey, a robot came through there"? What if we just did this and just like lowered the door? Like, there's a crack that big for your robot to go through.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't the bad guys?
And like,
Who does that? Wouldn't it make more sense to be like, okay, instead of having it hang from the top all the way down? I mean, I guess you can argue like, well, they don't know how the doorway tall is. But then again, it's
But then again, why wouldn't you put that gap at the top? Because obviously it's too high for anybody to look in.
Because it hangs down.
Yeah, and that's what you can say it is, right? But then why wouldn't you just have an extra slide that just hits the ground and then that one's
That's too much money.
Just that extra panel.
See, so here's my thing.
We don't have enough for this panel.
So
too expensive.
My thing with the whole
Too
gap
much.
underneath the door, I agree. Don't know why it has to be there, except for your robot can go through. Cool.
Also,
all freaking houses and buildings have a large system of air vents installed in them. Hey guys, we put an air vent into this office. That's the only one that exists.
Yeah, the only one.
Excuse me, I'm confused. Yeah.
I don't understand how it climbs upstairs though, but I guess it's got hooks.
I mean, the jumping makes sense to me, like if you jump up the stairs, but the just like up the stairs is like no.
No, they do have robots that can do that.
Yeah, but they're shaped completely different.
They're
like
the wheels are
big,
not big enough,
and they've got like double track systems that fucking extend out. And if I saw that in the game, personally, it'd be much cooler. If I saw one of those come up the stairs, I'd be like, "Holy shit!" I'm still gonna shoot it, but holy shit! I see this little rolly. By the way, robots totally OP.
They are.
Wonder why? In Terrorist, if you take your robot and you go zipping around the fucking hostage for long enough, they will shoot the hostage and you win the game. Yeah. Don't know why it works that way, but it happens.
The AI will?
Yeah. Because the AI is stupid enough that if you just zip the robot around the hostage enough, they'll shoot the fucking hostage.
Well, I know how to beat that level real quick now.
And you win because you didn't kill a hostage.
And you win, you get everything because it was under a time limit, and you won with 50% health or more.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. I sense a patch incoming. That's what I sense.
I foresee a patch in the future.
Get it while you can.
Alright. So bad, so good. Alright.
Yeah,
So now we're going to take a quick intermission because they're going to make a phone call.
Yeah, I gotta see what the hell my phone is doing.
Alright. I call the bathroom then.
Alright.
I need a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need something else to drink too because I'm starting to dry out.
I'm just gonna put a weird look on my face while I'm talking about RPGs since I don't normally play RPGs.
You play Fallout?
I have played 15 total hours of Fallout.
Do you already do Fallout as your FPS though? No. Alright, so we're doing multiplayer as well. Alright, so favorite RPG, and you can then include Fallout in it. It's more RPG than it is shooter, I would argue.
Severely, yes.
So, yes.
Because it's gear-based, companion-based, quest-based. It's Skyrim with guns.
Alright. Favorite RPG then? Fallout?
What?
What's your favorite RPG?
Hot
Starts
Puppy.
with a D.
Dragon Age Origins?
No.
No. Well,
Favorite RPG.
What is it?
puppies. Poopies.
You can say it. It's okay. What is it?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Say it start with the D?
Possibly.
What was the game about?
Dicks.
Yes. Very sure.
Bag of dicks.
Yep. Bag of Dick Simulator.
I don't know. Favorite RPG.
What is it? We're starting with you because you
Why are we starting with me?
Because you don't have a lot to talk about him. We play him though, so we can converse.
Damn, it doesn't really have companions or anything.
It doesn't matter.
What game? And then we'll tell you if it's an RPG or not.
Dying Light.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an RPG.
No, it's role playing.
Yeah, because you get weapons, gear mods.
New level up, skill trees.
Quest, side quest. Yeah.
Where you glitch skill trees, you know.
I mean, it's no different than Skyrim really is. I mean, you get some guns and stuff in it, but it's not really more of a shooter.
Yeah.
It's way more of a hack and slash because you need. For me, I would rarely use a gun. I would.
No,
It would draw attention.
Fuck it. Plus, it was way more fun.
See,
to bash
also, I had a
people.
friend who glitched me the Curie machete at like max attack damage, and I was just be like, "Hey guys, wing!" and just 10 zombies would fucking fall down and die.
Murder.
It was a sword.
My favorite RPG. Witcher 3. So many swords.
A lot of swords.
Lots of swords.
Silver swords, iron swords, steel swords.
Copper swords. You
Silver
don't want a
swords
copper
don't seem like a
sword.
very good idea.
Wooden sword.
Training sword.
Training sword. Evil sword. Good sword. Witcher sword. Witch hunter sword. Short sword, long sword.
Bitch slayer sword.
Bit slave sword. One-handed sword. Double-handed sword. Three-handed sword. I'm just kidding, there's no three-handed swords. It's like 2 people and a girl would do it. You're like, yeah, that's right. You hold that hilt. Also, bonus point. Best boobs in the game this year, too.
Yes.
Goes to Witcher 3.
Boobs and butt.
Best boobs and butt.
Winner.
I agree
Winner,
with that.
Witcher 3.
What was that? You?
Check mark. Witcher 3.
Wait,
Check mark. Check.
That
Check.
that was a V. You need to go Fwa for a check.
No,
But
that's
you don't want it to be the Nike swoosh, because then we're all going to get sued.
No, because that's this. Oh shit! I did it on screen.
Hey, that deserves a
Are we
drink.
about to get sword? Wait, what'd you just say? What just happened?
I made the swoosh
From what?
Nike.
Oh, no, he's doing it.
No, it starts off here, then it comes down and goes up.
Yeah.
You did like a U. You did a shitty check mark. Mine was legit check mark.
No, yours was check. I went check. It's got to extend. If you just do it like
No,
that,
I know.
it's a
That's why I
V.
did this. I did this with
No.
a finger. You can go back and watch. Like it's like this, then it's like that. G3. It's a
And
perfect-
after reviewing,
it's
I
a
was right.
perfect- No, it's a perfect check mark. It's just bah.
No.
Yours is even more like an angle. To the same fucking angle it's at. You're like, ah!
You just went like that.
Yeah, that's what you did.
That's a boomerang.
That's what you fucking did. You did a
No.
fucking boomerang. Then you did a shitty version of a Nike, aka a U. You're like, ugh. I'm Kaz.
Well, it's good it was shitty because then it can't be copywritten.
Fuck Nike.
We just lost a potential sponsor. Thanks.
Nah, I'm not worried about it. But yeah, Witcher 3, I think it was my favorite RPG of the year. Hours I spent on that game. Played on my PC. Graphics fantastic on PC. Better than in the consoles.
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
Console
PC Master Race.
I did a PC.
For the Master Race, PC seems to have like the most problem with games, so you know what
It does.
Like when it comes to patches and glitches, PC has the worst versions of them all. Like graphics great, everything else. Blah. It's funny because they're coded on PCs, but apparently they can't figure that out.
Yeah. Like Arkham Knight.
Right? Oh, talk about that. I guess you can talk about the biggest fumble of the year, though,
Well, we'll do that after.
by a company. But okay, RPGs I think are just done already. Nothing really RTS wise, so
I didn't
that
get
goes
say
to the
mine.
StarCraft.
I didn't get to say mine.
Let's follow that for.
Yeah. Okay.
That was pretty much a no.
Duh.
Yeah.
Lot to do, lots of character building. No
Towns?
level cap. Towns.
And weapon mods.
Weapon
And
mods.
once the mods come out for the PC.
Scoped alien pistol now?
Yes.
Yes.
But that's only if you download the mod for it.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a mod out on PC right now that allows you to equip any weapon mod to any weapon.
Shouldn't that be just how it is?
No.
I'm just saying, shouldn't it be just
It's
how
a
it
glitch.
is?
It technically,
If you're in a
it's
post-apocalyptic
a mod.
fucking wasteland, you can't be like, I can put a scope on this one, but not that one. If you're building a motherfucking scope, I'm pretty sure you can equip it to whatever weapon
I can
you
do
want
whatever
to
I want
equip
with
it
that
to.
scope.
But no,
Right.
it's more
You've
like
managed to build yourself an 8 times magnification scope. I'm pretty sure you have the smarts to put it on a different weapon.
but no, it's more
Just
like
duct tape it off, no matter how big that is.
but no, it's,
Hey, 14 power scope and a MIRV.
but no, it's more like taking the
Yes.
MIRV and attaching it to a Gatling laser, and then attaching that Gatling laser mod onto the alien pistol with an
And running
extended.
around with it with an infinite power armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it is.
Okay, RTS nothing really has come out RTS wise besides the StarCraft 2 Promethean. Protoss, it's the Protoss, sorry. Protoss DLC, so.
There was also
Yeah, but nothing's better than StarCraft right now. Doesn't matter what came out.
that's
StarCraft's
true.
best RTS of the year.
I haven't played any
Protoss.
RTSs.
What?
I haven't played any.
Oh, best RTS of all time, bro.
I
If
was,
you Google Zerg Rush, you get Zerg Rush by Google. It's hilarious.
really.
Dead serious. Like if you Google it, and you can click, you can take your mouse and click on the O's that are attacking you, and you can like get a point before you lose. It's great because what happens is they take away your search engine. It's hilarious. It's like real life art. That's exactly what it's like playing. The funny truth, that's exactly what it's like playing on a StarCraft. When you get Zerg Rush, you're just like, I'm hanging out there. Oh shit! And you're just like, macros! Quick building! Right? And then just and these little things come out of nowhere and they just destroy your town and you're just like, God damn it. I literally have, when I play StarCraft with my friends, there's a rule, it's called the no rush Joe rule. So they can't rush me for 10 minutes. And everyone's like, that's a long time. I'm like, yeah, for Joe time, that's like normal. By then I'm a decent, because like by then I can actually like defend to be an actual threat to them. So they're like, okay. Because then they're just like Zerg Rush and I just like grabbing, like my machines are grabbing the blue gem things. They're like, I'm like, yeah, all right, guy. Like 2 buildings are being built. Yeah, I was like, I'm like, oh fuck! attack! I'm like, I'm dead. And so I'm like, this is bullshit. 10 minute, no rush Joe rule. Love RTSs.
Let's say
Worst games. I'm awful.
XCOM 2 is coming out here soon, isn't it?
Next year.
Next year? I thought it was this year.
It's December.
I just like to forget
True.
about XCOM Declassified. That game. I just like to delete that.
Mm.
God, that was so heartbreaking. Alright, so RTS, obviously that's really the only thing.
Yeah.
Racing games. I have played Crew, Need for Speed, Forza 6, Forza Horizon 2.
Forza 6, is it worth it?
Yes, if you like,
Simulation.
if you like Forza, it's better than Forza 5. It has way more cars, same customization. It's a fantastic racing game. It's the best racing game that's ever been made. Every time a Forza comes out with a game, it's the best racing game that's ever been made. Period. I don't care what people say about Gran Turismo.
There hasn't been a Gran Turismo in like 2 years.
And even still, it was only on PS3 right when the PS4 came out. But even still, like, the customization-wise, simulation-wise, Forza's always been the best. It's been the driving force behind cars. It's the best racing game. Forza 6 has, I think, the most cars any Forza's ever had. Customization-wise, top of the line. It's great. It's fantastic. It's arguably the best racing game ever. Like, it's the best racing game. But I love Forza Horizon 2.
Yes.
The most. I'm not.
So then, out of the 2, which one?
If you want the most realistic game, it's Forza 6. If you want a little bit more of an arcadey, if you're not that good, right?
I don't even think
Forza
it's
Horizon
good.
2.
I think it's just a matter of how much time you're willing to sink into it to really build that car
Yeah.
to that level to do what you need it to do.
Well, then, like, but the problem is I'm not very good at following a line. For
Still
those of you who
line.
don't know, that's a racing line, meaning like how you take corners and shit. I never take the same corner.
Yeah,
Like
see, I always
the
get
corner
ragged
same
on
line.
my friend by using lines. He's like, you can't use lines. I was like, fuck that.
Fuck that, that's racing! It's not my fault you don't know how to take the track properly. I lose all the time because of that. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. That's legit. Racing lines, so that's why I like Forza Horizon 2. the tracks are so crazy sometimes that you can't really have that decent of a line.
Right, and the goal of the whole like Horizons 2 is that you not following the line 100% of the time. Like, I love doing the competitive races against your Drive to Our friends, and you're just like, oh, you gotta go up there and take a right. And I'm like, or I could go through this apple orchard and take it all up.
It's fun. If you're looking for like just a fun racing game, like it's got a lot of cars in it, customization too in it, which everyone
and
always
you're racing
says,
shit that's not cars.
Yeah,
like you race a train at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what's
yeah.
In Horizons?
Yeah.
Well, the first one too, in Forza Horizon one has a plane.
Forza Horizon 2, you race a train.
The first one in Horizons 2 is a plane.
Not in Horizon 2?
No, you race a train.
I played it for the first time.
The first major race to get your first car, for me, was a train. I raced a train.
It depends, I guess, on which track you're on.
Maybe.
But like Forza Horizon 2 is really great. Always have fun with it. They got different cars too and stuff. So I think Forza Horizon 2, best racing game of the year overall when it comes to being able to tailor towards multiple player. But highest, most realistic and high quality racing, it's Forza Horizon or Forza 6. Okay, racing. Worst one, Crew.
I would say the same thing. Yeah,
Crew.
Horizon 2 is my game of the year.
Worst one. Replacement for Crew. Replacement.
Oh.
F1.
Was it that bad? That's disappointing.
It was very disappointing. I rented it and
I forgot that came out.
And it's bullshit.
That's
because I thought it was going to be amazing because
the
trailers made it look amazing.
Well, what was that one that was trying to be like the next Forza, or was that only on PlayStation?
Cars?
F1 is the...
Was it Cars? Project Cars. Project Cars. Was that only on PlayStation?
Project Gotham. No, that's all.
Anyways, F1, that bad, yes.
That's unfortunate. Because the F1 series used to pride themselves as being super realistic Formula 1 car racing. F1 is Formula 1, guys. Which is those lowest ones where you see the guys like steering wheels are like this, like...
And then if they hit like the slightest bump, then they go...
The steering wheels, so the steering wheels are stupidly complicated.
Yeah. Dude, yeah,
they got like a numbers fucking buttons on them, and it's like, oh, press this button, do this, and blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, also you're insane if you try to hit a corner under 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, because you'll lose it.
Yeah, you will actually lose control of the car and crash if you go too slow through a corner.
Because Formula 1s are meant to do that. And literally, like, Formula 1s were like 0 to like 1,000 in like a second, and literally from 1,000, just in general, just whatever. And then from 1,000 to 0 in a second too. Like Formula 1 cars are like. Do you ever watch that? That's why the guys are like, their helmets are like taped down. And that's why everything's here, because their fucking cars are so small. So literally they're turning like this. They're just like, and they got the shifters are back here, little pounds.
Granted, you have to love F1 for one big reason.
And
I love F1.
No.
Was just driving a mouse.
You know what just came out for your everyday car? Electric spool turbos. Yeah. They came from the F1 circuit.
Instant.
No lag.
Instant
you press the
power.
gas in your car. Boom! Take a second. Oh, boost. And then you get to go.
Yeah, and then you get too high and it goes like no boost.
Yeah.
These ones are...
Electric spool.
BAM!
No lag. Instant boost.
Instant
all
boost.
the time.
But the problem is those you can't... They don't have a large enough curve. They're like... They plateau.
Well, the new, sad, European-only Audi RS4 comes with twin electric spools.
What?
How much is it?
European only.
Like probably like 70 Florences or whatever they call for money out there.
Florences?
Good sir, do you have any gold bits you can give me?
That would be a pound of
This will cost 20,000 cows! And your sister's hand in marriage!
Yes, my territory. Vehicles.
So how much?
I need you to agree with me. Kaz has a monster truck.
What?
Did you see my car outside?
No, I haven't seen it.
You have to see it. But Kaz has a monster truck.
Compared to your car?
Oh, yeah.
What do you drive like that?
Same car.
Same exact. I got mine first, so I'm cooler, obviously.
Oh. Copycat. Bitch.
It's good on gas! And it's good because I get the kid.
It's even better when you tune it.
You know what's really fun and new now? Cow tipping is now called car tipping, and you tip over smart cars.
Yeah. Have you seen the fines that you can get for that, though?
Yes, it's fucking hilarious.
You know, those drive-to-go cars downtown where you can just park them anywhere and
Smart
leave?
Goes or whatever they're called.
I saw one downtown one day, just like literally halfway on the sidewalk. I'm like, that's illegal, but no one gave a shit because I'm sure I don't even know how they got it up there. I think they just started on the sidewalk and then the car did this, and they're just like, ah, fuck it. And then they just got out.
They're like, I'll go get a different one. This one's broke.
But no joke, like a month ago, like I was playing, and my girlfriend left, was watching TV, and a show ended, and news came on, right, and they do the preview of, like, awesome news that they're going to do that night, right?
Friend is now car tipping.
No joke, they're like, a latest crime rate has hit Colorado, tipping smart cars. More details on that later tonight. I'm just like, crime wave? Like,
crime wave?
I just see like a bunch of like drunk, because like I feel like there's a lot of people from Texas who moved over here and they're just super drunk, right? And they get their buddy from Texas to come over here and they're like wasting one night. What should we do? Let's go cow tipping. There's not a lot of cows, but like, this looks like one, and just tips it, and it's a smart car. And like, woo! So they're just down like a dealership, just car tipping things over. Legitimately, there's people tipping. Here in Colorado, it was like a crime wave. Literally, that's what they call a latest crime wave. Not like drunk cowboys tip car. Like, that's bam. Woo! Just tip it.
Have you ever tried to push on one of those things? They are incredibly easy to do that.
It's like
the old beautiful.
It's like a tugboat.
Like if you get someone who's like a little bit stronger than normal, or just two people of average strength, you can easily
tip them super
a smart
far.
car.
That's why whenever it was like a huge when I see them driving on the highway,
gust of wind.
Oh, I love the gust of wind.
They're just like they're struggling.
They're
struggling to keep it on the road.
When I was a courier for a while, driving all over the damn place, I was driving up to Wyoming, windy as hell.
Oh yeah, dude.
And he was sitting there battling the wind. He goes this far on the steering wheel, and he's still moving over, so he's just like, fuck it, puts the blinker on, and lets the car drift into the fucking lane.
You're joking me.
No. He's just like, well, screw it, we're going over. It's like, yeah, all right.
I just really want to see when they're just like, you're just driving, there's a smart car in front of you, all of a sudden, it just flies out of you. I just want to see that.
Like in a hurricane.
The best thing I've ever seen, though, is just this massively obese gentleman.
Getting out of a smart car.
I think you just see the smart car, like tears were coming out of the headlights.
Why? Why me?
And he's just...
The car raises like 6 inches.
It's like, it hops up. Like, it's like... The wheel well's covered in black because the tires are rubbing on it.
The best part is you laugh about that, but from working in a dealer, that shit exists.
It does.
We had a very obese gentleman get out of his vehicle, complaining that the left side of the vehicle always rode over bumps funny. He gets out of the vehicle and it's still sitting like this because he demolished the left side of the suspension with his weight alone. Yeah, this is bad. Anyways, back to video games. At least you can't do that in Horizons 2.
Alright, just one last thing about it, though. I just want to be the car salesman that the fat guy comes in and is just like, sir, can I help you today? Yeah, can I buy a smart car?
That's a real thing. I don't know what it is about, like, obese people and buying the tiniest fucking cars they can find.
I'm trying to save the environment from CO2. Sir, your sweat's putting out more CO2 than a fucking 254 truck, sir. You need to die to save the environment.
He's already got a survey crew looking for oil.
I'm trying to lower my imprint on the environment. Hey, bro. You need to stop eating McDonald's. The wrapping papers that are in the street.
You have eaten your way into an impact.
People who don't save the environment make me sick. No, that's just the non-cooked chicken you ate earlier today, so that's what's making you sick. Okay, so moving on to games. So what about
Fat People Simulator?
Oh gosh, let's see. So
game that I'm excited to play but have not bought yet.
Racing
would be,
shooters.
What's that? Elite Horizons, whatever. Space game.
Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous, yes.
Flight.
Dangerous.
Oh, flight simulator games.
That's like the only one.
They still do flight simulating games?
No,
Elite
Flight
Dangerous.
Simulator died, sadly.
I loved Microsoft Flight Simulator. World War II was like one of my favorite flight simulators.
Which is fun.
World War II airplanes.
The one that's still running that you should get is Termavic IL2.
Ooh.
Amazing. And the mods for it are unbelievable.
I could legitimately land a real airplane as a flight simulator.
Yeah, Mythbusters proved that.
Yeah, you can. When doing flight simulators,
Yeah.
you can. And I was doing World War II shit, so I'm like, it's powered
What's
by.
the 737 doing? Oh, it looks like he's doing a strafing run. Open the bomb bay doors. We don't have them. Open the cargo doors.
We don't have them. Bomb them.
Push Jim out.
Evasive maneuver.
Have you seen the Cyanide and Happiness airliner episode?
What?
Cyanide and Happiness, the airliner episode?
No.
Oh, God, it's amazing.
Is it pretty good?
Yes.
I just love how like my airplane.
They have luggage cannons.
That's great. The German ones were the hardest one to like land.
It's because everything was in German.
Yeah, and it's because
And you're an American.
it was the hardest.
It's also because
it's powered by the hatred of the Jews, right? So it's just like the hatred of the Jews is powering my, so I can't control it.
Because it's pure.
So I'm just like I would come in like this all the time, like oh shit, and then I'm like sideways on the runway, and then my airplane. The funniest thing is I would always do it by FPS because I wanted to be like never third.
You wanted to be a Nazi?
Yeah, I'm like I can. Yeah, I wanted the actual like dashboard and like my picture of Hitler, and every time I'd fly, I'm like yo what? Right? So just landing right. So landing this is how I would land. I just like I would hit it at like a 25-degree angle, just ding, 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 ding. Oh shit! And then just it'd roll over and just bam. Do you have fans of Fiora? 9!
Did you ever play Flight Simulator 10?
No, was it good?
Oh, it's awesome. You can land, or if you try it hard enough, you can land a 747 on an aircraft carrier.
What? Alright.
What?
We gotta make this lighter. Half the people gotta go.
Well, see, that's the best part. Is just be like a little airplane sitting on the aircraft carrier, just watching it come in. You're like, that ain't gonna fit. We need a bigger ship.
You just
We need
see
a bigger ship.
the AI character on their nose. Don't do it! It won't work! Man, this is really realistic. Like, people are reacting. You look behind you, the passengers going, so you're like trying to land it on there.
The boat is starting to turn to avoid
The captain's like, no! He's just on there. He's like, no! They're like, we have to protect the aircraft carrier. You got guys with guns on there. Shoot it down! It's like World War II all over again.
Such a target's.
You play it so much, you just turn around. I'm going to land this. So.
Hey, by the way, guys.
Can you actually land it on that?
Barely.
Conk. The wheel, the edge of the ship, right? Just like, conk. But anyone you walk away from is a good landing, right? Microsoft calls you immediately. So I know this is a simulator, but we have to take your flight. Your flying license
we
away.
Have to take it away. You're going to have to re-earn it.
Or no, you'd be getting the call. Yeah. No. Can you actually come out and do this? We kind of have a plane that needs to land in this situation. And so far, you're the only one to actually complete this.
It's like a movie.
This was actually a training exercise, and we've been looking for you.
We've been looking for you.
The one crazy guy. Right. So there's a plane that's out in the Pacific Ocean, right? It's like, we're going down. We don't have enough fuel to reach any islands or nothing, right? They're like, quick, get him, right? So they come to your door, knock, 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 right? We have to get you. So they give like this Bluetooth. You're like, yeah,
you're gonna want to like extend the flap things down like 20 degrees.
This is gonna sound crazy, but you want to dump all your fuel. When
if you have any passengers over 300 pounds, they need to go.
The simulation just has average weight, so if there's somebody obese on there, they got to go. Don't worry, there's enough fat for them to float forever, and sharks will take them a while to wear out till they get to the actual important parts. We'll get to them before they die, right?
The dogs, I'm so sorry.
Push them out.
Dogs are just not important. Empty them. Empty.
The Bombay doors are just the bags coming out. Right? Right. It's okay. Get fluffy later, right? And then just do you have autopilot? No. You gonna want to turn that? Just do it, right? And then take a huge shot of alcohol, because that's what I did. I was really wasted, so you have to be wasted for this.
Go to the flight attendant and get like 4 mini bottles. That'll do it.
Now, you don't want to keep your stick straight at all, because this is how I landed it. Fluttering speed. Right? Full, not full. Do you want me to lower speed? No, you just go full to 0, back to full, back to 0. It evens it out. So this guy's just like, on the airplane, just speed. Speed! First, I'm like, oh shit! It's like a clutch! You know, it's just like this, so everyone's just like, so the airplane's like this. Coming in. That's perfect! That's what you're supposed to do!
No, wait, you're off. This is where I press the reset button. You got a reset button?
You gotta respawn?
You gotta respawn, bro?
How many lives you got left? Are you on your last life? Yeah, you're fucked. The best part is that it actually works, right? So just that constant, like, shit like this. And then it lands perfectly. It does that shit. Well done.
Oh, God.
Alright, so flight simulators. I can't think of any other categories. I mean, you have horror games that came out, but...
nothing too major.
Aliens was an excitement and a disappointment at the same time.
It was more of like a thriller than a horror.
Yeah, there were parts of the Alien that fucking scare shit out of me, though, but not enough. I didn't feel a lot of tension, actually, a lot of the time. There's a lot of indie games, horror games that are out, but they're not fully out yet that I can actually say that they're good.
Yeah, like there are a bunch of like the beta ones that are fantastic.
There's a lot of good betas.
And they show like a lot of progress, but they're just not done yet.
And then PT's not coming out, so... Well, I guess we can say the PT demo, so I guess best horror game of the year, because the PT demo was the actual game, because that's all there is of it, is the best horror game this year.
Yeah, it had the best... Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. There you go.
The game that wasn't even a game is the best game.
Best horror game. Alright, so I think we're really just on to overall game of the year
Fighting
now.
games?
Fighting games! Mortal Kombat 10, dude.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat 10 did great, did everything. Finishers, practicing mode, characters, Predators. The Predator fucking is on there. Like, that's awesome.
I have Jason.
Jason's on there. That shit's great. So...
Yeah. My only thing with fighters is that...
I'm terrible at it.
That, and it's a fighting game, so... Unless if I'm playing it at like a party or something.
And they did release a Street Fighter exclusive for the PS4, but I heard like it's
not out yet, is it?
It's out, and it's not received very well. I have not played it because I'm not really into fighters.
Street Fighter 5 is out.
Yeah, whatever was I think and it's whatever's exclusive on it, and then or it's already being in beta test and it's not being.
I think it's being tested. I don't think it's out yet.
It's not being received very well. So really,
because Capcom is pissed. So.
But didn't they even like prevent what's his face who created Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, right? Because he left. They said like you can't come to XCOM or the XCOM.
No, Kojima. They're
like you can't come. But I made the game. You can't come because he left. And I think it shows Capcom's spine, as in not being there, as in showing that it doesn't exist. I know you have bad blood between each other, but the guy legitimately created a fantastic game for you guys. Suck it up.
No, you're talking about not Capcom. You're talking about the
Konami.
Konami.
Well, whoever made Metal Gear Solid 5, like he left. So whoever has the issue with him, they just need to suck it up.
But Capcom and Sony are just having issues right now with like the whole Rare Replay thing, and then them wanting to do exclusive stuff, and then not letting them do stuff.
Yes.
Same reason why the new Resident Evil's an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. What do you guys think is your game of the year then? Was game of the year?
Fallout.
Much as I haven't even played it, Fallout.
And I will say Fallout because it is the one game that does...
Cheers, it looks zero fucking padding.
I know, my ass hurts and itches. I've never experienced this before. I don't know what it is. Like, fucking dried my ass out.
Anyways.
There's probably like fucking bed bugs by it. Did you pull this from a dumpster?
No, they were in the storeroom.
So,
they're the poker table chairs.
I'd fucking fold every time just so I would never have to sit in this chair. Are you enjoy fold? Fold. Why? So I can stand the fuck up.
But no, I'm gonna say
Fallout 4, give me the year because
you can play it as a first person and it's fantastic as a first person.
Okay.
You can play it as a shooter, and it's fantastic as a shooter.
Okay.
You can play it in third person as like an action RPG, and it's fantastic. You can sink 180 hours into it and never touch the goddamn story and still have an amazing time.
Yep.
You can play the entire story and not touch any of the side quests and still have a fantastic time. There is so much to do that
That's my
it's literally what. So the issue with games that have come out here recently, like fucking Battlefield Hardline,
Yep.
fucking Destiny, god damn it. And
Well, no, that's a legitimate.
It is
discussion.
legitimate, so you don't have to drink.
no, I'm gonna drink.
He's
But
going to drink because he wants to drink.
no, it's because I did bring it up because it was technically last year.
Ah!
But, and like
So
Destiny
you just go,
and fucking all the others that people have been bitching and complaining about, is that they have been coming out half done or without content.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say that about Fallout 4, that it is missing content, it is lacking anything.
Well, I'm sure somebody in the interwebs.
Well, yeah,
Well,
probably.
Keyboard warriors,
all
gotta
about
love them.
People are
They're
bitching,
so awesome.
people are bitching and complaining that it looks like cartoony and shit. Fucking
Yeah,
get
I
over
found that
shit.
hysterical. It's like, really? You guys are going to bitch about fucking Fallout? Like,
Yeah,
seriously?
but it's like, but you
And then
can't-
those are the same guys who bitched about the last one. It's too dark and gloomy and too many grays. And they're like, all right, let's make it bright and vivid.
Wait,
Comfortable.
I have the answer to everything. You turn off the computer, and you go outside. The graphics are amazing.
Actually, the
Last I checked.
graphics are kind of shitty.
No, outside's like the
Well, I
the
mean,
texture doesn't load
No.
well outside.
The texture sucks. The AI's fucking retarded.
The AI is
Dude,
retarded.
AI. Oh, don't
And-
let me
and
talk
it
to you
take-
about escort missions, dude.
It ta-
Fuck up.
It takes 18 years to get to the goddamn
Oh,
tutorial.
Jesus.
Just
And
to
you
get
still
to
don't
that
know what you're
tutorial.
doing in the rest.
And the boobs aren't even that good.
No, and it's all patchy, and you get some like glitches in some, and the others they're just it's too
There
inconsistent.
are some legitimate glitches. I for sure.
And you get
I
assholes.
saw 3 gold Saturns the other day. It looked exactly the fucking same.
All the same.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Or you're driving down and you see two people wearing the same shirt, and you're like, now you're just copy and pasting textures.
They just all the same.
Yeah, real life is boring.
Everybody's just so dumb.
But yes, because
Yes.
you can't say that about Fallout. It legit. If you want a game that you can sink hours into, is full of content,
And still have
You-
time to come back.
you can
sink more
still
hours
not do the same thing twice almost ever, and you want customization, and you want a story that you can get into, and you can influence your own way.
Not to
Fallout.
mention, if you really feel like going ham on everybody, you can literally kill just about everybody. In the
Yeah.
game.
Well, there are a couple people where you can't.
They'll kneel down for a second, like our good old heroes in Battlefront, and then get back up. But you know,
God, that shit is fucking delicious.
yeah,
I
you're
just-
gonna drink it all.
I think
So
my favorite
already.
thing about Battlefront is when you get like one of the special stuff, and then your friends are watching. Your character goes down on his knee and says something, and it just disappears. Bing! It's
Oh, he's gone!
oh my god! My game of the year, motherfucking Witcher 3. I have never played a game
It's because the
in
boobs
a
and
long
butts.
time.
Boobs and butts.
So good.
Well,
I literally went to my computer screen, I was just like,
most sex scenes of any Witcher ever, right?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that this most current Witcher has the most sex scenes of any
But
Witcher ever.
you can also download a patch in Fallout for sweaty body and nude mods
That's PC only.
until it
they
comes out on the
confirms
Xbox.
that's PC on it.
Well, but
That's all you has.
that's
I'm just saying you could do it.
I'm saying Witcher 3 is like I've never played a game where I was that involved into the characters, the actual storyline, who I picked, who actually my love interest was going to be, and so like
You can have sex in Fallout. This new one you can.
It's not like the old Fallouts where you just disappear into a room and then boop, it's daytime all of a sudden.
No, there's a sex scene,
Oh,
depending on who you pick.
is there boobs in it?
I think there's butt.
That's so 2010. But no, besides like, so just give me that. The storyline was fantastic. Hundreds of hours of gameplay, so many side quests. The characters were really done. The graphics were phenomenal. Geralt's hair is ever so flowingly great.
I don't know. For that, I felt the hair was a little untextured.
It's because you were playing on the Xbox One and not the Master Race. bitch.
Master
Race,
I need
that
a new video
shit.
card.
Master Race, that shit. Like, there's literally a thing where you pick.
Now from
Geralt's
graphics,
care quality.
have you seen the mod that came out for Battlefront?
No, it's
Yes.
The Life mod?
Yeah,
Oh, it was gorgeous.
I believe it.
I will admit to that they did. I mean, a lot of people say that that's the reason why the game isn't completed, is just because they're like, oh, we're going to concentrate on graphics, which, yeah, but at the same time, I'm not playing a game to look at the graphics all day, so.
Right.
but some people are.
Some people are.
The world was massive. Absolutely huge. Towns everywhere. So much to do. Multiple ending, depending on what you did throughout the whole story, affected the overall ending. And not like green, blue, or red coloring Mass Effect ending. Like, there's hundreds of different ending. People either like you, people don't like you. You didn't have to play the elements to really understand what's going on. They did a pretty good job explaining it in between of like what was when you met this person, why you like this chick versus this other chick recently, but why this chick was really kind of your overall person you really liked versus the one in the middle. You know, so it explains it all pretty well. There was a card game in there that was really fun and addicting.
Did you buy the actual card game?
No, it only came with it if you pre-ordered.
No, it's on sale at GameStop right now.
There's a card.
Yeah, you can buy all the Gwent cards and play it in real life.
This is the best card game ever. Gwent was fun. I played that tournament. I literally saved it, beat it, reloaded that save, beat it again, and reloaded that save and beat it all again because I thought it's just the best. And it was always different because the cards are all random, right? I mean, there's still similar gameplay, but like depending on what they did was different because they still got their cards randomly picked and drawn too. A lot of fun. I put over 100 hours in that game easy, and if it wasn't and like would love to do it again. Actually, there's new DLC I haven't played yet. I heard it's fantastic.
But speaking of Game of the Year free DLC, I mean,
No, it's paid for Witcher.
what? I thought it was free.
Only certain ones are free. Main story stuff you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
so
Witcher
like
3
hairstyles and beard styles and horse armor is free.
Yeah. But I would say that the game of the year for me is Witcher 3. Is I loved everything about it. The patching that they did to fix it was quickly done to where I didn't finish a game where something that was wrong with it. I finished it and never got a chance to go back. Like I was going through it and they were patching it as long as I was doing it. And I got the game right away, so it was really nice. Did a really good job of updating it. New DLC. Took them a little while because the game came out like in February-ish, early spring. And then the DLC just came out about a month ago. So it's a little while for the DLC. But the DLC is, from what I've heard, is phenomenal. So that's fine with me. I don't mind waiting for good DLC content. Versus like a like you said you bought Battlefield Hardline DLC and it's like not out yet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Although in Hardline you can get Chompy. Only part that seems somewhat funny.
What's Chompy?
What the fuck?
You activated Cortana.
So on
Sorry, I
the
didn't catch
Everglades
that.
map of Hardline, you have to go and demolish 15 toilets. And when you demolish all 15 toilets, you then have to go and kill or take down like 12 skinned rabbits. And you get all the rabbits. You put them in a certain location on the map.
We're still up.
Anyways, you put him in a certain location on the map that says like feed Chompy, and then this gator will come out and you literally grab him and he's on your hand and you can kill people.
Chompy? Which
Chompy.
one's Chompy?
Chompy.
What is he?
He's an alligator.
On a stick?
No, you just like hold him and he kills people. Only part that seems somewhat like
Well, Hardline is also the one where you can have those goofy reload animations, where like a third arm comes out of nowhere and reloads your gun, or you can
the
do
force
it.
reloads and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw some of those glitches. People were like, "What?" So you guys like, "Yeah." I think Angry Joe made fun of that too, like in his skit.
They also did the tactical mag flip.
Oh yeah,
Good old
yeah.
tactical mag flip.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
where you flick it out and it flicks out, and then another one comes in and flicks in.
You need to see the original videos.
You can flick it back out and man would come back in.
Yeah.
Going full operator.
some magic shit. The chomp.
You got to see the full video though. The full Tactical Mag video is hysterical.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'll have to watch.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, I think Witcher 3 is the best game of the year. I think it's overall it's well done. I'm super invested in it. Never been happier with buying a game, and it just left me wanting more. Ended the story was perfect. Left everything I wanted to know. No,
Your watch is beeping.
I believe they said this was the last Witcher 3 or last Witcher of Geralt. I believe they're going to move on to another Witcher, I think, which would be great because they mentioned other sections of Witchers, other
orders.
Yeah, other orders. The problem is the other orders are kind of assholes. Like from you hear that they all have different like codes that they follow, and so.
But then again, you could also be an asshole to them.
No. I mean, you could Geralt. Well, technically, Witchers are assholes in general.
Well,
because they only do work for money. So people are like, you Witchers only do things for money. Money. Right? I'm just like, shut up! And like, kill them. And then the whole town goes crazy and they start killing everybody. And I'm like, now I have to reload to save. And like, it never happened. Yeah, you still alive. Not a lot of glitches in that game still, for how big it was. Compared to Bethesda's glitches on Fallout 4.
Again, I haven't run into that many.
You looked out.
You haven't seen the floating
shit
can?
tons.
Floating can?
Yeah,
Oh, and you can
can
fight
of all
monsters. The favorite thing to do is you can fight different kinds of monsters and go hunt them. And you had different oils on your blades to help you out with different fights. Creatures, you have different abilities too that affected the fight. So each fight was different. Or if you had, especially when they had like 2 or 3 different types of creatures, like one creature was affected by one power, but not by that certain the power. And so you had it was really great. Lots of different cool things to do. Even though fights sometimes, they were very high level creatures, I still could beat them with my skill if I needed to, but it would just take forever. Lots of health potions too, but I like that.
A lot of dodging and rolling.
Yeah, but I like that to where like I don't feel like I'm just like, I mean, there'd be things that hit you in one hit and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta come back later. But majority of the time I didn't really feel like I had that, which I kind of like. I don't know, I pick it like that.